What was your "that's not what I expected" story? I was used to working late nights at this small gas station off Route 17. Most customers came and went without saying much, just grabbed their snacks and left. But one Thursday night around 2 a.m., this guy in a gray hoodie walked in and immediately gave me the creeps. He didn't look dangerous or anything, just ordinary. Middle-aged, average height, kind of forgettable face. But something about him felt off. He wandered around for like 10 minutes, picking up random stuff he clearly wasn't gonna buy. Energy drinks, beef jerky, magazines. I kept watching him through the security mirror, hoping he'd just leave. Finally, he comes up to my counter with a coffee and smiles real wide. "Hey Alex," he says, "how's your mom doing after the surgery?" I literally froze. I'd never seen this dude before in my entire life, and almost nobody knew my mom had just gotten knee surgery last week. I hadn't posted about it anywhere, didn't really talk about personal stuff at work. "Do I know you?" I asked, trying to keep my voice steady. He chuckled and shook his head. "Nah, but I know you pretty well." Then he started listing off stuff about my life that made my stomach drop. My little sister's name was Emma. I grew up on Maple Street. I used to ride this bright red bike to school every single day in 3rd grade. Every single detail was completely accurate. Things I hadn't thought about in years. Stuff that wasn't on social media or anything. I felt like I was gonna throw up. "How do you know all this?" I managed to ask. He leaned in close and whispered, "People talk way more than you think they do. I just listen real good." Then he grabbed his coffee, left exact change on the counter, and walked out like nothing weird had happened. I couldn't sleep that night. Kept thinking about his voice, how casual he was about knowing everything about me. Over the next few days, I started seeing him everywhere. At the grocery store across from the milk aisle, standing outside my apartment building when I got home from work. Once I saw him just standing in our gas station parking lot, not even coming inside. I called the cops, but they said there wasn't much they could do. He wasn't technically doing anything illegal, just being creepy. They told me to keep a record if I saw him again. The real shock came exactly 1 week later. I got home from my shift and found this cardboard box sitting on my doorstep. No delivery truck, no note about who left it. Just this beat-up Amazon box with my name written on it in black marker. Inside were old photos, childhood pictures I hadn't seen in forever. Me on my red bike, me and Emma building a snowman in our old backyard. Pictures from my 8th birthday party at Chuck E. Cheese. All stuff that had been stored away in my mom's attic for years. Pictures that were never posted online anywhere. There was a handwritten note on top that made my blood run cold. "You don't remember me, but I remember everything about you. See you real soon." I called my mom freaking out, asking if anyone had been in the attic, if she'd given photos to anyone. She said no, but then got really quiet when I described the guy. Finally, she asked me to come over right away. When I got to her house, she was sitting at the kitchen table with this old photo album I'd never seen before. She looked like she'd been crying. "Alex, I need to tell you something about when you were little," she said. "When you were 3, we took in a foster kid for almost a year. His name was Ryan. He was 12 and he'd been bounced around the system for years." She showed me pictures of this skinny kid with dark hair standing next to toddler me. In every photo, he was holding my hand or carrying me around. She said he was obsessed with being my big brother, that he used to tell everyone I was his real family. "What happened to him?" I asked. My mom sighed. "He had some behavioral problems. Nothing dangerous, just intense. He would memorize everything about people, collect their stuff, follow them around. The social worker said it was attachment issues from being abandoned so many times. But when he started taking pictures of you sleeping and hiding them in his room, we had to call them back." She said Ryan had a complete breakdown when they came to get him, screamed that we were abandoning him just like everyone else, that he'd find his way back to his real family someday. My mom said she felt terrible but had to protect me. "That was 15 years ago," she whispered. "I never thought." We called the cops again with this new information. Turns out Ryan had been in and out of foster care until he aged out at 18, then had a bunch of minor arrests for stalking and breaking into people's houses. Nothing violent, but definitely creepy.